The 7 out of 10 companies that I applied for, tinatanong ko sa akin, be prepared. Review on your free time. Learn as much as possible. Widen your vocabulary. Kasi makakatulong yan sa inyo. And also guys, wag na wag kayo mag-give up. Because out of 100 companies that you've applied for, there will be this one company that will hire you. Hola mis amigos, bienvenido a mi YouTube channel, es Kate otra vez. Para el video de hoy, vamos a hablar de consejos sobre cómo pasar una entrevista y al final este video les daré ejemplos de preguntas de entrevista. Así que si están interesados, sigan mirando. So yun guys, welcome back to my channel. So, since marami nag-comment dun sa previous video ko about my journey on becoming a bilingual, maraming nag-request sa inyo na gusto nyo ng mga tips and some sample questions on how to pass the Spanish interview. So, without further ado guys, let's get started. Gusto ko rin ipakita sa inyo itong dahilan kung bakit ako nakapasa sa interview. So, ito siya guys. This is my notebook. Ayan. So, sa notebook na to, dito ko nilagay lahat ng pinag-aralan ko, talagang research ko, mga words. Ayan. And itong mga papel-papel na to guys, diba ang dami? This was my notebook and reviewer 3 years ago or almost 3 years ago nung nagsa-start pa lang ako. Ayan guys. Meron akong mga na-research na words, ganyan, yung mga past tense nila, present tense, and future tense. Ito, ganito kakapal. And aside from that guys, meron akong isa pang papel na compilation ng lahat ng interview or possible interview questions na pwedeng itanong sa akin. Ayan. So ito siya guys, talagang kung makikita nyo luma na yung papel, ayan. At saka itong isang papel ko. Diba? Maliliit lang ang sulat, tapos punit-punit na yung papel. Pero ito yung dahilan guys kung bakit ako nakapasa and kung paano ko nakuha yung trabaho ko ngayon. So, bakit ko nga ba pinakita sa inyo itong mga to guys? So, alam nyo, sa bawat paghihirap nyo, sa bawat pag-review nyo, sa mga tulog na, yung sa mga gabing nagpuyat kayo, worth it yan guys, sa totoo lang. Hindi nyo makukuha ang isang bagay na hindi nyo paghihirapan. And ang gusto kong sabihin sa inyo guys is, yung pag-aaral nyo ng Spanish for a month or 2 months, katulad ko, nasa old curriculum pa ako, isang buwan, talagang very fast-paced ang pag-aaral ng Spanish. Of course, hindi yun enough para maipasa ko ang mga interview na pupuntahan ko. So, ang gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo guys is, kailangan nyo ring mag-effort, mag-aral ng todo, magpuyat kung kinakailangan. Kasi, kung gusto nyo talaga maipasa yung mga interview, kailangan nyong gawin lahat ng to. I will be giving you some tips on how you can pass the interview, and at the end of this video, I'll be providing you some sample questions, mga questions na tinanong sa akin during the interview. And also guys, I hope that you take it with a grain of salt since all of these are just based on my experience. So, number 1 tip ko sa inyo guys is, of course, make sure na maging prepared kayo bago kayo sumabak sa interview. I know that this is quite cliche para sa mga interview ganyan kasi this is on a different level. Unlike me, naiisip ko dati nung nag-i-interview pa or ini-interview pa ako ng English, basta pumupunta ako sa company because I know the language pretty much. Yung English, ayan, kung ano man itanong sa akin, masasagot ko siya fluently in English or somehow I can answer and understand their questions, ganyan. Pero in Spanish, it's a different level since it's a different language. Kasi guys, may nagtanong sa akin kung ano daw ba ang pagkakaiba ng English and Spanish interview. So, sa totoo lang guys, wala akong makitang difference aside sa language. Yung tinatanong sa inyo, sinasagot nyo is in Spanish. And also guys, nagkaroon ako ng isang interview na may Berlitz. So, just to let you know, if you're gonna encounter an interview with Berlitz, make sure that you're gonna be prepared. Kasi unlike sa Berlitz, sa English, it's more on parang audio lang, tapos nasa system lang or parang recorded lang yung Berlitz nyo. Pero unlike sa Spanish, you're gonna be interviewed by a real-life person or talagang totoong tao yung makakausap nyo. And they're gonna be asking anything under the sun. Ultimo, anong ginawa mo kahapon, anong kinain mo kahapon, mga ganong questions not related to your job. Kasi dun nila magigauge kung gaano ka kung anong level ka na sa Spanish, if you're an A, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, or C2. As much as possible, I highly recommend for you to focus on watching, listening, and speaking in Spanish language kasi dun nyo talaga mapapractice yung pagsasalita, pakikinig, at saka pag-answer ng Spanish. Tip number 2, law of attraction plus law of action, that's where the magic happens. So guys, if you're gonna think of it, talagang i-sink in nyo sa sarili nyo na bilingual na ako, ganyan. Bilingual na ako, magkakaroon ako ng work na as a bilingual, ganyan. Ma-hire ako sa ganitong company, magkakaroon ako ng ganitong sweldo. Plus, law of action din guys, you need to exert effort. Be prepared, ganyan. As you know, preparation meets opportunity is equals to success. And the rate of luck is at least 1%. So, hindi to swertihan guys na bubunutin kayo o sino sa mga in-interview ko ngayon ang ma-hire. Hindi ganun. Companies have qualifications that they're looking for. So if you're someone na hindi ganun ka-prepared, talagang umasa lang dun sa 2 months or 1 month na pag-aaral nyo sa training center, then you need to exert more effort. Sinasabi ko to guys kasi naalala ko yung mga gabing puyat na puyat ako, 3 oras lang yung tulog ko, ganyan. Kasi gustong-gusto ko talagang magkaroon ng malaking sahod because that's the goal. And other dreams that you have, that will follow kapag may maganda na kayong sweldo. If you're looking for getting a property, ganyan, investing in something, ganyan, buying the things that you want and need, it will follow if napasa nyo na yung interview. So it's better, it's really a must for you to exert effort. So it's better guys if you're prepared, especially if you're going on an interview. The reason why nakapasa ako dun sa interview guys, I would like to share this is because sa dami-dami ng ng tinanong sa akin, there's this one question talaga na nagulat ako, which is ano yung pinaka-favorite kong quote. And this notebook right here helped me a lot. Kasi guys, if you're gonna notice, ayan, may nakalagay dyan, if you never try, you'll never know. So, ito guys, translate ko to into Spanish. Si nun ka lo intentas, nun ka lo sabras. So, ito guys, talagang naisip ko na talagang kailangan maging prepared ka kasi an interviewer can ask you any questions that they want, it be personal or something that is related to the job that you're applying for. Ganun dapat kayo ka-prepared. So, natuwa ako kasi buti na lang pala, translate ko to sa Spanish, itong nasa notebook ko na to. Kasi without this, hindi ako nasa trabaho ko ngayon. Ganon ka-importante maging prepared. My tip number 3 guys is, if you already have an experience being a call center agent before, try to remember the questions that were asked to you when you're applying. Kasi guys, wala namang ganong ka-difference ang English and Spanish interview. The only difference is that the answers and the questions are in Spanish. So, ayun guys, try to remember everything and then try to write it down. Kasi ganun yung laman ng notebook ko dito at saka yung mga papel-papel ko. Sinulat ko talaga yung mga isasagot ko or possible questions na itatanong sa akin kasi pag sinusulat nyo kasi yung mga thoughts nyo, possibility na mag-register sa inyo na maalala nyo, ay, ito yung word, ito yung ganyan, ito yung translation yan, ganyan. Kasi sinusulat nyo yung mga questions and possible answers nyo, somehow magre-register yan sa isip nyo na, ganito yung translation. And at the same time, mapapractice na rin kayong mag-translate ng mga words to Spanish para hindi na kayo mahirapan. And my tip number 4 for you guys is widen your vocabulary as much as possible. Hindi naman sa iwasan, pero mag-focus kayo sa mga movies, sa mga music, sa mga words na in Spanish kasi habang hindi nyo pinapractice yan, makakalimutan at makakalimutan nyo yan. So, while it's fresh, talagang i-practice nyo ng i-practice hanggang ma-master nyo siya kahit papano. Kasi guys, ang common mistake ng ibang nag-aaral ng ibang language is that natatakot silang mag-interview or sumabak sa mga interview, but it's actually good if you're gonna be experiencing how to be interviewed while your memory is still fresh or habang nandyan pa yung mga inaral nyo kasi habang hindi nyo siya pinapractice, makakalimutan nyo yan, guys. Which is, dapat ma-practice nyo siya na ma-practice para ma-enhance or para madagdagan yung vocabulary nyo. Katulad ko, nag-print ako ng napakadaming words. Ito, mga present tense, past tense, ang dami sa Google na pwede nyo i-search. Sa YouTube, marami kayong mga videos in Spanish na pwedeng panoorin. And also guys, if you're watching, listening to music, mapapractice talaga yung listening skills nyo. And para sa speaking skills nyo naman, huwag kayong mahiya, magsalita kayong mag-isa. Kunyari, tinatanong nyo yung sarili nyo ng possible question, sagutin nyo rin yung sarili nyo ng possible answers sa mga interview, ganyan, kasi that's how you're gonna be practicing the language that you have learned. Hindi kasi enough talaga, guys, sa totoo lang, hindi enough yung 1 or 2 months ng pag-aaral nyo. Kaya everyday, try to learn some new words, at least 5 to 10 words. Know its past tense, present tense, and future tense, para talaga ma-practice kayo. Tip number 4, don't be afraid to be interviewed. Ayan. Maraming guilty sa mga nanonood siguro ngayon na takot silang ma-interview. Sa totoo lang, guys, ako rin, takot ako ma-interview nung una nang talagang hindi pa ako fluent sa Spanish. Pero ang naisip ko kasi, paano ko mapapractice kung hindi ako nagpapa-interview or I'm not speaking to someone who speaks Spanish as well, diba? And the good thing about being interviewed, guys, is you can ask your interviewer at the end of the interview kung ano yung mga pwede nyong i-improve. Kasi that's where you can be criticized. Malalaman nyo kung ano yung mali nyo. Grammar man yan, pronunciation man yan, or how you deliver your words, your sentence. Kasi that will help you in the future sa mga future interviews nyo. Kaya huwag kayong matakot magpa-interview. Kasi that's one way of how you will improve. Turn your mistakes into lessons and apply those lessons on your next interview. So, para hindi na kayo mahirapan sa sunod, and at the same time, you're learning, you're practicing, and para next time, alam niyo na yung gagawin niyo. Tip number 5, try to research the company that you're applying for. The reason why is kasi doon yung malalaman kung ano yung papracticein nyo or kung ano yung aaralin nyo. Kasi marami akong in-applyan, sinabi ko nga sa inyo doon sa previous video ko. And before I go to a company, tinatry ko muna silang i-research kung ano ba yung mga account nila. Let's say, for example, is it for customer service? Is it for technical support? Is it for like a help desk na medyo techy yung kailangan nila? Or is it for a financial account na more on numbers? Kasi yung first account ko, guys, is a financial account, so more on numbers sila. So, of course, nung ini-interview ako, pinapabasa ko ng mga numbers, kung sa amount, ganyan. So, doon, na-practice ko siya. And so, may in-applyan din ako, guys, na medyo techy yung kailangan nila. Parang technical support or help desk yung hinahanap nilang bilingual. So, ayun, nag-research din ako ng mga words. I try to widen my vocabulary when it comes to technical stuff, like ultimo translation ng computer, keyboard, mouse, ganyan. Talagang tinatranslate ko. Download, upload, ganyan. Register, talagang ganun. Kasi, more on technical stuff yung mga hinahanap nila, or malay mo pag-translatein ka. Pero ako naman, guys, that time, hindi ako pinag-translate. I just wanted to make sure that I'm prepared if they're gonna be asking me to translate some of the words. Kasi more on ganun, guys. Talagang my company, especially mga technical support, there's gonna be a part of that interview where the interviewers are gonna ask you to translate something na medyo technical. So, ayun, kailangan nyo mag-prepare para sa ganun. So, talagang being prepared lang, guys. Preparedness is next to being hired. Charot. Malaki ang maitulong sa inyo ng pagiging prepared. My last tip for you guys is be confident. Maraming nagagawa ang confidence. Kasi nung ini-interview ako before, deep inside nagpapanik na ako. Pero yung composure ko talagang very calm, ganyan. Parang I still know what I'm doing, I still know what I'm saying, I still understand them kahit deep inside hindi ko na sila naiintindihan. Kumukuha lang ako ng mga keywords sa mga sinasabi nila, and that's the time that I'm composing what I'm gonna be answering to them. And also, guys, less words, less mistake. Kasi yung iba, medyo gusto nilang i-explain yung sarili nila. Eh, ang problema nga, katulad ko dati, hindi pa ako ganun ka-fluent. Gusto kong i-express yung sarili ko, pero hindi ko ma-express kasi hindi ko alam yung Spanish ng ibang words na kinocompose ko sa isip ko. So, napagtanto ko na mas maganda palang i-deliver yung mga words na alam mo confidently sa mga interviewers. Kasi, iba talaga yung nagagawa ng confidence, guys. And if you're gonna be delivering your answers confidently, then that's a good point for you since maiisip ng interviewer na although onti lang yung sinabing words nito, as long as it's important, nandun yung thought na gusto mong sabihin, then that's good. Hindi mo naman kailangan talagang express yung sarili mo, tas nararattle-rattle ka na, tapos nagkakaroon ka ng dead air, ganyan. Less points pa yun, unlike kung i-deliver nyo yung mga words na alam nyo confidently, then that will give you a good point sa interview na yon. And also, don't be afraid of committing a mistake whenever you're being interviewed. You can ask the interviewer any feedback so that in the next interview, you'll be able to improve yourself and correct all of the mistakes. May it be grammatical mistake, may it be the answers that you've provided, because that's the only way that you'll be able to improve. Naniniwala pa rin ako, guys, sa practice makes perfect. So, talagang i-practice nyo lang, magsalita kayo, makinig kayo. Alam ko, paulit-ulit ako, but that's the only way that you can pass an interview and get the job that you're looking for. And also, guys, huwag kayong manghina kasi meron akong kasama before, naka 13 interviews na siya. Eh ako that time, first interview, yun yung sa QA analyst. Yun yung first interview ko. And napansin ko sa kanya, talagang very positive siya kasi alam niya, dun sa mga 13 interviews na hindi niya naipasa, meron siyang natututunan dun, guys. Kasi napapractice siya, alam niya kung saan siya nagkakamali, ganyan, nakokorek niya yung pagkakamali niya. Meron lang talagang mga companies na talagang very fluent and medyo mataas yung level of Spanish na hinahanap nila. Isipin nyo, guys, 6 months kayo mag-aaral, 6 months kayo magpupuyat, 6 months kayong apply ng apply, pero at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. Mga doktor nga, guys, lawyers, it took them years to get their license. So, why not sacrifice 6 months of your time and achieve the salary that you're looking for? Mag-isip lang kayo ng mga inspiration, guys. Ay, makakabili na akong bahay, makakabili na akong motor, mabibilhan ko na si mama ng ganito, mabibilhan ko na yung anak ko ng ganito, ay, magkakaroon na ako ng ganyan, makakagala na ako sa iba't ibang bansa. Try to look for inspiration to become your motivation for you not to give up. Ganun lang talaga, guys. You need to be strong, you need to be patient because good thing awaits at the end of the day. So, the next one that I'll be providing you guys are just some questions na talagang sinulat ko. These are just based on my experience sa mga naging interview ko in the past. So, this is quite common, guys. So, you might wanna take note of this. So, ito yung mga questions na tinanong sa akin during the interview. Ayan, may notebook ako. So, hahanapin ko lang yung mga questions. Dun sa mga questions na to, guys, try to translate it and just make sure to answer it in Spanish. This will then help you practice so that you will be prepared for your interview. Alam ko, guys, very common to mga questions na to, pero talagang ito yung mga tinatanong sa interview. So, all you have to do is be prepared. So, these are just some questions that were asked to me when I was interviewed. Number 1, guys, is tell me about yourself. Alam ko, very common to, pinapractice natin to sa Hola Amigos, or talagang tinatanong to sa mga interview questions. This might be like the first question that will be asked to you whenever you're being interviewed. So, dun sa tell me about yourself, just simply make sure, guys, that what you're gonna be saying is important. What I mean by important is, huwag nyo nang ilagay, guys, kung ilang kayo magkakapatid, saan kayo nakatira. Just simply provide some important details such as your work experience or your work background or your educational background. You can provide them how many years you're already working in your previous company, if you're a newbie or a new graduate. So, number 2 question, guys, this is normally being asked, why did you learn Spanish and how did you learn Spanish? So, that's the time that you can express yourself. Make it creative as much as possible. Bakit nga ba kayo nag-aral ng Spanish? May it be dahil Pinoy ako, medyo may Spanish background ang Pilipinas. That's why I get to be interested in the Spanish language. O kaya pwede kayo maging straightforward. The reason why that I learned Spanish is because magandang opportunity for me because I was working in a call center where I was earning 20 to 30,000, and then I was able to find na being a bilingual will help you earn that much, and that's my goal. Mga ganun, be straightforward and make sure to simply express yourself confidently. So, number 3 question is, why do you want to apply in our company? So, dyan papasok guys yung background check nyo sa company. Alam ko, bina-background check tayo, pero i-background check nyo muna yung company. Let's say, for example, provide some good things about that company, mga accounts nila, kung ano yung mga benefits na nasa company na yun. Because that will let the interviewers know that before applying, you prepared. You prepared, whereas you were able to research them before applying to their company. Ganon. Number 4, guys, just simply make sure that you know what you put on your resume because sometimes that is where they're gonna be asking some questions. Ayan. So, ito guys, yung resume ko. Hindi ko na pinakita yung picture. Ayan. So, ito yung resume ko, guys. So, ito, talagang translate ko rin to just to make sure. Kasi meron akong objectives. Kung ano yung experience na, kung ano yung ginagawa ko before sa previous job ko. Ayan, translate ko rin yan. Kasi guys, dito sila mostly kukuha ng mga questions. Kasi guys, dun sila kukuha ng possible questions sa mga background nyo, sa work experience nyo. Kunyari, nakalagay sa inyo na nag-customer service kayo or technical support sa isang telco company. Tatanungin kayo niyan, anong ginagawa mo sa previous company mo and how do you handle your customers? Especially your irate customers. Mga ganyan. Ganun ang mga tanungan guys, especially if you have a background sa customer service and if the job that you're applying for is related to customer service as well. Number 5 guys is tell me something that is not on your resume. Medyo common to guys. Mga 7 out of 10 companies that I applied for, may tanong talagang ganito kasi maybe this is where they can gauge your comprehension in Spanish and how you speak Spanish. Minsan nga guys, natatawa na lang ako kapag tinatanong yung question na to sa akin kasi marami ng company na in-applyan ko ang nagtanong sa akin ng question na to. That's the reason why huwag kayong matakot mag-apply guys. Huwag kayong matakot magpa-interview because that's where you can learn. That's where you'll know your mistakes, especially if you're asking feedbacks at the end of your interview. And also, once you go to an interview, just simply make sure to write down all of the questions that they've asked you. Para pagdating nyo sa bahay, isusulat nyo, papracticein nyo yung sagot nyo, para next interview, ganun ulit. Pag may mga tanong kayong hindi nasagot, simply make sure to write it down para next time masagot nyo na. Or try to come up with a question. Try to search in Google, mga tanong, ganyan. Kasi ang interview guys, pare-parehas lang yan. The only difference is the language. That's it for today guys. I hope may natutunan kayo sa mga tips and sample interview questions sa video na to. If you have any questions or suggestions or if you like more of this video, don't hesitate to comment down below. And also guys, I'll try to do a separate video na puro interview questions lang para matulungan ko kayo sa journey nyo on becoming a bilingual. And also guys, if you love this video, don't forget to click the like button down below, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I upload new videos. So that's it for today guys. I appreciate you all watching my video. Bye!